Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to this live stream of the FA, the Blind Worker. What I want to show you guys and gals is this. We're going to be talking a little bit about, Blind Order or angry vets headed up to Iowa. His end result is to be released by Mr. Kevin. I know why he's doing what he's doing with intimacy. I know exactly why he's doing it. And you guys need to stay tuned tomorrow, Saturday sometime, when he gets in later on this afternoon to Iowa at Flex's, Flex Your Freedoms location. But this is what I want to show you initially. Veterans are being abused all day long. Now, I will share with you that, first of all, email me, contact reportabuse@va.com. I've received several emails already. And I'll be putting this out more and more and more. But let me see here. Get that up there. There we go. And for you guys and gals that are going to watch this thing, you see how I'm like phasing in and out. I don't have a green screen behind me. Do you think a green screen will stop? I don't see if you can see the cursor around my head and that black spot there. You think that'll help? So, if you guys can let me know, that would be incredible. I'd appreciate it. No doubt about it. But in any event, let me share with you a little bit. First things first, let me say this. There has been issues at the VA where the angry vet left. We talked at length about that. I don't know how many VA centers closed for lunch. I've been around this game 30 plus years. I've never seen any kind of VA that's open to the public, even that's got regular operators, closed for lunch, unless you're in a Podunkville, a town of 100. I'm in a town of 100,000 plus, and my clinic doesn't close at all until it closes in the evening. It's not an emergency room clinic. There's no hospital, nothing like that. So thought I would share that with you a little bit. That'll be coming out, and Kevin, I'm sorry, I linked it. He'll be putting something out about that nonsense. He needed to get on the road. But let me share with you a little bit about, there's a lot of guys and gals who are veterans, who know family members of their veterans. And what I want to do is share with you a little bit of my journey. And Kevin asked me I should do this a little bit. And for those of you that are not veterans, record this and give this to your folks. Because, the VA, there's two sides of the coin. There's the VHA, Veterans Health Administration, the VBA, Veterans Benefits Association. And, I've been doing, I started doing my VA quest, if you will, to get all my ratings maxed out, about a year and a half ago. And I didn't pursue it at that point because I was chasing my pilot certificate. And for you laymen, that's the pilot license, but it's not a license. It's a certificate for us pilots. I am an official pilot. I'm going to get my drone certification, so I'm official. I've already got my FAA card for my pilot's license. It is what it is. But let me share with you. If you're going to do something and you're due and you're owed, if you've served, you're owed. Without question, you're owed help. So one of the guys that I have actually gone to, it's this man's web channel right here. This is Combat Craig. Now, again, full disclosure, I actually joined his boot camp for a year before I did anything. I wanted to be in the know. I wanted to know what was due me. So again, he's got great content there in his main channel that's free. He's got a lot of great information out there. So go out and see, follow him. See what you can see that would help you and your family do what you're doing. Because let me tell you guys, it's going to take a while to get your benefits. And, I've had this conversation hundreds, if not thousands of times with veterans across the United States. And as old as Korean vets and Vietnam vets. I've got a lot of Vietnam friends who served. They were spit on when they came back. And they personally don't feel either they were overseas in Nam or they were CONUS, which is stateside, serving in the capacity of their commands. They don't have that mindset that they're owed. They don't feel that they I don't know what the word I'm looking at. Hey gang, I'm not paying attention to the chat. I apologize. They don't feel that they should get their benefits. And let me share with you. I don't care what economic bracket you're at, makes me no difference. But you do. If you put on a uniform and you signed your life or potentially lose it, you're due. And by God, the government owes you. Even for the guys that hate government, if you hate them, make them pay you, for God's sakes. that's my thought process. If they owe you, they owe you. Don't let them get away with not compensating you for what you're due. And again, I've got guys that are retired Southwest Airlines pilots back in the era. Same deal. Guys are making really good money, yada yada yada. And they put in their stuff, and it just enhances their retirement. They're triple dippers for those that are of that ilk. But getting back, this Combat Craig guy, he's a great guy. This information that you'll get from his channel is very good. I mean, he's just got some great info. I mean, you can see his channel just loaded with stuff. So study that and bookmark this, because I think out of all the channels I've looked at, he's really got just some phenomenal content. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try to find the other one, which is Dwayne Kimball. Now, let me see here. Dwayne Kimball. I think that's his name. I'll find it. I'm not going to waste your time. Just look up Dwayne. Let me go to the. I'll find it as we're visiting here. But one of the reasons that you do your studying, and again, there's just a handful of you guys that are going to understand this. You want to make sure you get what you're due, because there's a lot of benefits of medical events. In fact, I was telling my wife that as a veteran and you're rated, you've got a disability rating. Do you realize that if you pass away due to one of your rated maladies, your wife gets and your spouse gets dependent care, an additional chunk of change? It could be up to $2,000 a month additionally. So why not set up your spouses, your significant others? For those that really just are just antsy about not doing anything because they don't like the VA, they don't like to do with the government. Guys and gals, if you're married, you got a spouse, you owe it to them that if something happens to you, you need to take care of them. I've been married 41 years, and my wife's going to be in a good position. I kid her. Just don't make me any green jello. You know what that is, guys? Antifreeze. So, hey, we have fun. If you can't laugh after any length of time of being married, your wood's wet. You know what I mean? So, but again, you've got to understand what's going on. And I'm going to share with you a little bit. I know a lady friend of mine who I've known, I don't know her well, I know her casually. I've had multiple conversations with her when I was living in Florida. That's Lana, and her channel is J-Town Press. She's an Air Force veteran, I believe. I think she's disabled. She's classified as a disabled vet. I know Georgia Transparency is a disabled vet, and I think Lana is too. And just with her style, the way she does what she does, it is who she is. I mean, she's a great gal. She's pushing the envelope as she should. I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to tell you a lot of story. That's for her to tell you, because I quiz her as I normally do when I talk to folks. But again, Kevin, for those y'all know, Kevin, the Angry Vet, is on his way to Iowa. And that's going to be, stay tuned to Flex Your Freedoms channel. It's going to be phenomenal. And one of the other things I wanted to say, and I've noticed this, and congratulations, Mr. Cliff, you got another channel out there. It's kind of got an interesting name too, dude. So that good on you. Congrats. And hello to everybody in the chat. Appreciate all you guys being in there, visiting with me. And again, my ratings are or whatever. I don't care. I just gotta have fun. But again, getting back, report of use about it. If you know anybody from any era that are absolutely being denied service, trash service, you name it, please reach out. I mean, we can do a lot collectively. I know I owe some stuff to Veterans Nation. the skipper, he asked me to give him some stuff about what I did for at Blind Justice, and for you guys and gals that do know, or maybe you don't know, one of the guys that anytime I get on here, I want to be able to, you know, basically bring him to the forefront as he should be. And for you guys that don't know, this is Blind Justice. Go to his channel, you know, push this out there. Mike is a phenomenal combat vet, special forces vet, multiple TBIs, wonderful family, moved from North Carolina to Florida, kind of behind the scenes right now, just because life and stuff that he's going through. So, you know, again, subscribe to it, Blind Justice. And Cliff, I'm sorry, I forgot your channel's name. Mine just went complete. Like, put it in the. I'm looking at stuff in YouTube, not on private chat, and I can you know, put that out for a little post. And you've got enough of a following, Cliff. Everybody knows who you are. If you don't know who Cliff Williams is, Cliff is a great guy that's doing what he's doing. You know, this is for the community out here. You know, we've got to try to support as many people as we can. I know AVA is out there, Veterans Affairs Media. I know he's got some interesting stuff that has gone on, and you know, follow him. I mean, you know, he's doing what he can do to help protect himself. And it's a shame us veterans have to protect ourselves when we walk into the Veterans Administration. Imagine you are a civilian. Imagine you're a civilian. You're not military, and you literally have to be 100% on guard for your health care when you walk into a medical facility. Can you imagine that in your mind? You've got a sore foot, sore throat, and you've got to literally record every aspect of your treatment because of the way you're treated. That's not for anybody to endure. I mean, you know, regardless of what age you are, I think it's just ridiculous that people treat other fellow veterans, other humans with disdain when it comes to their health care. So, but again, I'm gonna drop off here in a couple of minutes, and you know, I appreciate the eyeballs that are viewing me now, guys and gals that are out there. Appreciate you wholeheartedly. But stay tuned. I want everybody to stay tuned because tomorrow or later on today and tomorrow, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen in a big way. Where I think I can say this without saying anything, that the meeting, oh, I'm doing something here as you can tell, the meeting, Flex Your Freedom right there. This meeting that you're going to see tomorrow will break the internet. There's no question in my mind. So be prepared. You know, stay tuned. Again, if I didn't have to go through my stuff, I'd be out there with them this weekend, no doubt about it. But just be prepared. This is a crescendo. What's going to happen in helping doing the stuff that Kevin's going to do in Iowa by doing his First Amendment stuff and all the things he's going to be doing with Flex. And you guys that see me, you can believe me, this will break the internet. What will be happening will break the internet. And I'm going to leave it at that. You need to be there. You need to be on Kevin's channel as much as you can. And you know, it takes a special type of a person to do what Kevin does and what, you know, Cliff does on the back end and what everybody else does by giving and what have you. So I just wanted to say, Flex, great guy. You know, I'm going to be helping him quite a bit on the back end without me being there in Iowa. I've got some friends up in Iowa. I might take a trip up and see him, but keep in mind, you guys and gals, you keep on keeping on and support the channels that you feel necessary. You know, we're only one person. You're only one person. You've got finite resources. So do what you do what you feel is important. Kevin's on the road, several hours out. That's the angry vet. Stay tuned. Be aware. And everybody else has covered J-Town Press. So, you know, I'm sure most of you guys and gals that are in here know that J-Town was arrested. she was arrested for doing what? You know, what is she doing? She was leaving and asking questions, getting ready to leave. And this idiot sheriff decides that he didn't like her not responding ASAP to his quote commands. So, you know, J-Town ended up, she got hooked up. She got hooked up. She got put in the Hooskow, and she doesn't deserve it. Nobody deserves it. And, you know, the stuff I see that happens to them, to everybody else that goes out there, it presses the First Amendment, your ability to be there. You know, I can't remember the channel. I heard this a couple of days ago about an attorney. If you're doing something that has not been proven in court, you're creating what's called standing. And, you know, at 6 Oaks can verify that. But if it's not been done, all your money that you're going to put forward in legal fees, your time in court, you know, potentially the loss of a lot of stuff, you know, angst, mental, and what have you. If it's never been done before, then you are the guinea pig for what's creating standing to go maybe possibly to the Supreme Court to verify and validate your rationale for being there. So like Kevin did this morning, he made a good point. If you didn't see him at breakfast, he made a good point. He said, you know, if you ain't got the money set aside to go out to validate you're doing what you're going to do, you know, practicing your liberties, and you know you're pushing the envelope because you just know people are jerks where they're at, you've got to have a checklist to be prepared in case something happens to you and your family financially. So, you know, and this isn't for the faint of heart. You know, those are guys and gals that are out there. They either do it with flying, you know, I call it flying by the seat of your pants. Then those have got the resources to say, you know, I'm going to dedicate 50, 60, 70,000, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to cause a mess. I'm going to go out there, do what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be a jerk about it, but I'm going to go out there and press the issue. But for those that do that, God bless. I know several people that put 100,000 in cash. And I can tell you with no equivocation, there's a guy down in Florida, South Florida. His name is Eric. He's a PhD. I've talked to him many times at length. Before I left, I was going to do some stuff with him down in South Florida. He's got in excess of 100 G's just in his own process stuff. All the stuff he's been attacked for the last 10 years. And one city, one little town in South Florida has been at him, and he's been just nailing it back and forth, smart man. So again, this is not for the faint of heart, but this is for the ones that believe in a cause. And I appreciate every one of you for doing it. Like you've heard me say ad nauseum, that means a lot. That I'm not going to go out and get arrested. Can't, because I plan on going overseas. And when you're headed overseas, they don't look kindly to the M word, misdemeanor, felonies, any criminal records. That's a place I don't want to be at. So, hello, everybody out here in the chat. Sean Little, Joko, John Blanchard, howdy to you, Gloria, and Cliff. It's good to see you, ABA, Veterans Affair Media. Good to see you guys and gals. You guys keep it up. I'm just happy for you, proud of you guys and gals. You know, for you folks, guys, it's kind of ubiquitous to me in terms it's what is the word I'm looking for? It's non-gender related, because I don't buy that gender bullshit. You know, my era, you're a guy girl, you know, and that's just how that dog hunts for this old guy at 60-something years old. You can teach an old dog new tricks, but, you know, I am who I am. And it's ubiquitous. I quit teaching several years ago because I had a lady come up, well, we're not guys. I said, honey, you never say honey to a lady either. It's not. I've taught anybody from 20 to 80. Had some famous people in my classes. So it's just, look, whatever you do in your life, you got to have fun. I don't care who you are. You got to laugh. You got to belly laugh. Anytime Kevin and I get around each other, we talk on the phone a little bit, we belly laugh. I mean, we literally belly laugh. And you got to have a relationship with people like that, because life is meant to be enjoyed and not to be on guard all the time. But all of us guys who've signed the dotted line, you know, carried a weapon, whatever we've done, we always watch our six where we go. That's a habit I haven't broke for 40 plus years and won't. Go into a restaurant, my back goes to a wall. I look at all the exit points. I look at the door. I look at the people. I do profile people. I look at them. And, you know, here in Texas, we can have guns. For you folks that can't have guns, get really good at sure cuts. for you guys that are martial artists, you know what throwing stars are. Just get rid of it, or have an ASP if you're able to have an ASP, retractable baton. Those are good. If you have never used one, you get pretty proficient. You can hurt somebody with them. If you're good at nunchucks, you got to be pretty damn good at nunchucks. I've got wooden ones, metal ones, and the foam ones, and I haven't done those in a long time. But any event, it's a great Friday. I hope every one of you just enjoys the full out of your day. And again, get the word out. J-Town, stay tuned. This lady, she's an awesome gal. As I've gotten to spoken to her multiple times, gotten to know her as a person. She's a fellow USAF, United States Air Force veteran. Just a wonderful gal. I mean, just a wonderful person. I haven't had the opportunity to speak to Georgia Transparency. He seems to be a great guy as well. Really laid back, soft spoken. Those guys and gals that go out there and push the envelopes. You guys have got more. You've got more of an ability to check yourself than I ever will. Because somebody grabs me, that's the end of that. That's dog won't hunt. Somebody goes and grabs my equipment, I can promise you'll be on the ground, because I won't let anybody touch me. Period. Of course, I think when you're in the heat of the moment there, especially dealing with that, it's probably best, attorneys have said, let them do what they do and settle it in court. And that's true. I mean, let the courts take care of all the monies you're going to make or possibly lose. I'm from the school, you touch me, you're going down. I don't care who you are. Touch my wife, she'll put you down, or I will. That's just how this person. I hope you feel that way about your family and even your fur buddies. For those that have fur buddies, the canine and the cat breeds. Of course, Flex is a cat lover. So is Kevin, the angry vet, and I'm a dog lover. I'm allergic to some cats. So it's Friday. It's about 2:11 Central, and I want to say, thanks for just hearing me out. But again, I want you to J-Town, stay close to what's happening with her, and most specifically, everybody knows the angry vet, but Flex Your Freedoms is going to be live with Kevin tomorrow sometime. So you guys stay tuned. I don't know how many of you guys are not getting the notifications, because I'm not getting notifications for whatever reason. So when I've got everything turned on. So again, God bless you. And the beginning of it, when I talked a little bit about the VA journey, I'm gonna probably do some stuff on that because it's a real simple process, and I'll show you how I do it. Doesn't cost you anything. If you've served, you don't plan on doing anything with VA, you know what you should do for anybody that has served. Get your files. Get every single record that you've got from your military service. You can do that through the archives, hard copy and electronically. A lot of you guys that are of the ilk, I'm going to do stuff electronically. I'm a tech guy. I can tell you quite frankly, if there's too many reasons that can be said to you of someone not receiving your electronic transmission, even though you got headers on emails, all the different components electronically. I'm from the old school. I'm a broker, real estate broker. I like to have that paper copy with a wet signature signed for, because nobody can say they didn't get it if it's signed for. And it's a trackable, thorough process versus digital. It's not like a blockchain. Email's not like a blockchain for you crypto people. So, if you're used to doing something in email, fantastic. Text a little bit different, but as we all know, unless you back up your text every day to the cloud to account that can't be taken, that's another story to itself. So we've been here 23 minutes rambling. I want to say God bless y'all. Y'all have a great Friday, and share this out with some of the folks. I'm going to be doing stuff, that I feel would be important to help you guys understand, how to get your records, how to get your family records. And for those of you guys and gals that know people that are vets that are not part of the system, whether, the VBA, Veterans Benefits Association, getting benefits that you're due, you do it. Every one of you who put your law and your family members who put their names on the dotted line to possibly lose lose limbs, lose mental faculties, everything, you're due it. You're owed something from this government because you paid a price and you signed up for the price. And again, once you start getting among these ratings, you're a rated person from 0% up to 100+% disability. You in tune protect your family. Now, for you guys and gals that say, I don't want to do anything, I don't feel like this, I don't feel like that, I don't want to do it, let me say something to you again. There are components that you qualify for upon your death by one of your rated disabilities. You earned it. That's something you do to your family members, okay? So remember that. Help your family, protect them way and above your insurance. That's what I would do. So God bless you guys and gals. Have a great one. We'll talk to you later. God bless America. God bless our troops.